Good morning. It is bright and early today. I have actually set an alarm to get up on a Sunday, which is something I've not done for a long time, but there's a very valid reason, which I'll get to in a minute. And I'm going to apologise for the huge puffy face. Mixture of the alcohol and possibly the amount of carbohydrates that I devoured last night in my treat meal. The girl's holding on to a little bit of fluid this morning, but I still feel okay, I do. And in fact, I'm going to tell you a story in a minute about something I had after my treat meal, which is just too funny. But let me go into my week first. So, what's happened? What's been going on? Actually, it started off a real shock. You know, I got the news from my bestie on Monday, and just completely out of the blue. You know, it wasn't something that's been building up. It wasn't something that's just, we was kind of expecting, just out of the blue. I'm not going to go too in depth with that because that's not my business. That's somebody else's business. But honestly, just, I suppose when you're not ready to say goodbye to somebody, it can hit you 50 times harder in a lot of other ways. But anyway, so Monday, Simon's actually been training really well this week. He surprised me. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't miss not seeing his bare ball bags every godforsaken day. I mean, the man just walks through. I mean, it's almost as like he plans it. I've got a pile of clothes next to me on the table where he just strips off and decides to wear something else midway. I don't know whether or not his trousers are uncomfortable or his top feels uncomfortable. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It's like costume change. Maybe he's trying to film himself and put it on his own channel or something. I don't know, but he's done well. Has he annoyed me? No, actually, until yesterday. And this, by far, tops everything he's ever done in the gym. I mean, I'll take balls and bum any day over this. You know how driven and how I'm a numbers girl. You know, I'm not numbers with anybody else, so I don't give a shit what anybody else is doing. You know, if somebody else is deadlifting, whatever, if somebody else is squatting, whatever, I care about what my results are relative to me, my age, my weight, my genetics, how strong I am. I'm in competition with myself. I don't look through people's powerlifting competition things and think, oh, I really, really want to get like that, or I really think I could do better than that. I don't know. I'm not really bothered about it. In fact, nowadays, I'm happy if I get a good session, if I beat my last, whether it be in tempo, in reps, in sets, in weight, whatever. But you know the best thing about it is if I haven't friggin' hurt myself. That's what, because this brain tells my body, you've got to do more. It's a constant battle. It's something that I've always suffered with from the days of constant running and cardio and HIIT and running to the gym 5 miles, doing spin, doing grit, doing attack, then running back 5 miles. This was just one day, by the way. That was one day that I used to do that. I used to do that often, most days. I'd run, I'd do back-to-back classes, and then I would come home and run, and I would still feel like I haven't done enough. God forbid that I was unwell or that I'd hurt myself. The girl was beside herself. Honestly, it was a terrible way to live, and I've certainly had to become more aware of what I can do and pull it back. So what happened? Well, I have my little whiteboard I have I do 5 full body. I've got all my sessions on there. I've written down what I do, how many sets, how many reps, what the weight, blah, blah, blah. So yesterday I come into my Saturday bodybuilders squats. Now I've only been doing these for a block, but I've had to move things around in my block. So I'm kind of repeating my block, but in a better format, because I've had to change and adapt it as I've gone. And nearly every week I've had to change something so that I can manage my fatigue, I can manage the volume and get it right. And I finally cracked it. I'm loving it at the moment. I've spent a couple of weeks feeling so much better, stronger, and just overall, you know, I'm coping with the recovery, which is key. Anyway, so I went into me bodybuilder squats, which are my Saturday thing. And I range between, I used to just do 18 to 20 reps, but when I come back from my deload, the same weight that I was doing 20 reps for, I had to drop it back right down to 15. How on earth I was getting 20 reps before that? It just goes to show how much I was pushing. Anywho, so I'm at the same weight and I'm kind of building that back up again now. So I started with 15 reps, then it went to 16, 17. Last week was 18. So this week was 19 reps that I was trying to strive for. And I was doing that across 7 sets. It's a lot of volume. And my legs don't thank me for it come Sunday when I'm doing my cleaning and I have to bend down to do the kitchen cupboards. But I know it's working because I feel that my legs are responding. I've never had quad ache the way I have quads ache at the moment. You know, even my heavy strength sets never ache like this. It's random. But it's good, I like it. A good ache, not a bad ache. Like an ache where you know you've just done something, not enough that you can't make the toilet seat midnight pee. So I'm warming up for my bodybuilding squats. Now Simon, look, he's back training. Doesn't do the bodybuilder squats. I'm not going to expect him to do anything silly like that because let's face it, he'll just hurt himself the second he looks at the barbell. But he does like to kind of contribute to the session. I thank him for the hip thrusts where he loads my weight up on the sides of the bar because I'm stuck with the bar down below. And once you're in your position, it's nice when somebody else is loading it up for you. I get a bit lazy, I'm not going to lie. But bodybuilder squats, I'm standing up. I could quite easily load the barbell myself. And I'm quite willing to as well. But he comes in. What we got? I'm like, well, I'm warming up. I said I did 75 kilos for 18 reps across the 7 sets on the last Saturday, which is a lot. And I was to the point where I almost threw the towel in. That's how bad it got the week before. So I knew these 19 reps were going to kill me. So I says to him, I think I'm going to stick with the same weight. I'm going to do the 75 so that I get below parallel and I break that bottom depth. I said, but I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to do the 19 reps. So I says to him, I think my last warm-up set was 60. So I said to him, can you put a 5 and a 2.5 plate on your side? Because he was already there with the weights. And he went to go and grab the rubber-handled 5 as opposed to the bumper plate 5, where I was putting the bumper plate 5 on. I know it sounds weird, but I like things to be symmetrical. I don't want a bumper plate and then a rubber plate, because the rubber plate is smaller and I swear they're not quite accurate. So I says to him, okay, can you put the bumper plate on and the 2.5 plate on? I'm putting mine on the other side, so I can't see what he's doing. I can only see that he's manoeuvring things from one side to the next. So I've put mine on, he's put his on. I get 6 sets, 6. Not 1, not 2, 6 sets. I rack up. I've struggled to get the 19 to the point where my heart is in my throat. I'm dripping with sweat. My legs on the last 3 to 4 reps, 3 to 4 reps, they were like this. I mean, my surname is Stevens. It was Shaky Stevens. And my legs were trembling. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to make it. And I look over at Simon and I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. And I don't know why. I get to that 6th set and it's just like, bang, you've only got 1 to go, Em. 1. So I look at the barbell only to realise that my husband is thick. Yes, thick. If it isn't ball bags out in the gym, he now can't freaking count. Nope. What have we got? Well, on my side, I've got my 20 plate, I've got my 5 bumper, and I've got my 2.5 plate. On his side, he's got the 20 plate that I put on to warm up. He's got the 5 bumper plate. And instead of 2.5, the man's put 1.25. Oh my God. My OCD went through the friggin' roof. I literally was like, are you kidding me? I've just done 6 sets. But now I can't change it on my little whiteboard, which I love. I was like, oh my God, the world is ending now. I can't, what have you done? What have you done? And he was like, what? You know, playing all dumb and what. I was like, oh my God, you've made me completely lopsided. And do you know what? I was getting a bit of a pain on my lower lumbar, and I'm thinking, it's just the amount of reps that I'm doing. I need to just brace my core more, because my back very rarely hurts with squats. And I'm thinking, why is it so like Bernie? Oh my God. No wonder. I was bloody lopsided. I mean, look, it's only 1.25 kilograms. I know. But 1.25 kilograms across those 6 sets, my OCD, I'm telling you, I was so angry. I changed the bumper plate. I went in for my 7th set. Do you know, those 19 reps, considering the last round I was almost done, they flew up. I was so angry. I was up, down, up, down. And you know what? He did say that to me as well. At the end of my 7th set, he was going, come on, Em, you can do it. Up and down. I tell you, I racked up and I was like, what do you think I'm going to do? Go side to side? And he was just like, I suggest you just leave me alone, because I can't change my board now because of you. He was like, okay. Now, I don't expect him to understand. He doesn't have the same OCD behaviours like I do. I will always have these. They are a part of me. They are a part of my personality. Nothing pleases me more than for me scrubbing off that whiteboard and being able to put something that I have achieved, that I had set out to do, and then knowing that I didn't do it was just so devastating. Anyway, so why am I up early today? That was going to be the next thing. Well, I am going to see my bestie, and she lives not very close, actually. She lives a little bit away. Do you know, I have not got in the car. I've got in the car and I've been driven, because we went to the beach a few weeks or a few months back, whatever it was. But actively, I have not driven my car in over 1 year. 1 year. I've not even got in it and done a reverse on the drive. So today, because JJ has football, he's going to be dropped off. He had a sleepover last night. He's going to get dropped off at football, and then Simon's got to go pick the boys up. So boys meaning JJ and his friend, because his friend needs to come round to us. His dad's got to go somewhere. So we have literally, I've got no choice. I'm going up, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing her on my own, which I can't wait to just give her a cuddle and just be there for her. But you know, the apprehension of getting in that car is like, ooh. Thing is, I walk everywhere and I see the crazy ass drivers around here. I mean, I don't know what COVID's done, but it's made people angry. People just like, I don't know. Is it me, or is people driving like absolute twat bags recently? I honestly, I'm walking around. The amount of times down the road there's a pedestrian crossing. Now, you're meant to stop at a pedestrian crossing. I stop now and I stand there and wait for it to be clear. Like there's no pedestrian crossing there. Why? Because no joke, every time that I've gone to step out, there has been a car that has almost run me down, which is illegal, by the way. But it's true, and it's happening too often. People are in a crazy ass rush everywhere. It's like zoom, zoom, zoom. So I'm feeling that today is gonna be good for me. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna drive. I've got up early so I can get all my cleaning done, get all my walking, and then I'm gonna go and see my bestie and give her a big fat squeech. Oh my God, I've run over so bad. I'm so sorry. So I'm wishing you a lovely weekend, guys. I hope you had the best one, and I'll see you soon.